Hey there, awesome language learners! Today we're going to have an incredible chat about something that could totally transform your English learning journey using YouTube like a pro to boost your language skills. I'm super excited because I've got some really cool strategies and fun tips to share with you. And don't worry if you miss something. I'll break down each section into simple English and explain any tricky expressions we use along the way. Plus, we'll have these fun little pauses where you can practice speaking by answering some engaging questions. You know what's really cool about today's episode? We're not just going to talk about boring study techniques. We're going to share real stories, have some laughs, and learn exactly how to turn your YouTube watching habit into a powerful language learning tool. Trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll never look at YouTube the same way again. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive into this amazing adventure together. Are you ready? Let's go! I'm super excited to chat with you today about something that's really close to my heart: how to effectively use YouTube to level up your English skills. You know, it's funny because when I first started teaching English, YouTube wasn't even a thing. And now look at us. It's become this amazing tool for language learning. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's dive into this fascinating journey together. Trust me, by the end of our chat, you'll have a whole new perspective on how to use YouTube to transform your English learning experience. You know what? Let me start with a little story that happened to me last week. I was talking to one of my students, Maria, and she was telling me how frustrated she was because she'd been studying English for years but still didn't feel confident speaking. She was spending hours memorizing grammar rules and vocabulary lists, but when it came to real conversations, she'd freeze up. Then, something amazing happened. She discovered the power of YouTube for language learning, and within just a few months, her English improved dramatically. Let me break that down for you in simpler terms. I told you about a student who wasn't happy with her English even after studying for a long time. She was learning in the traditional way, studying grammar and vocabulary, but couldn't speak well in real situations. Then she started using YouTube, and her English got much better very quickly. New expressions I used. Dive into means to start doing something with enthusiasm. Level up means to improve or advance to a higher level. Freeze up means to become suddenly unable to move or speak. Now, here's a question for you. Have you ever felt like Maria, studying English for a long time, but still not feeling confident when speaking? Go ahead and pause the video to think about your answer and try to explain your experience in English. Don't worry about making mistakes, just express yourself. Here's how you might answer: yes, I can relate to Maria's experience. I've been studying English for X years, and sometimes I still feel nervous when speaking. I know a lot of grammar rules, but having a real conversation can be challenging. Now, let's talk about why YouTube is such a powerful tool for language learning. Think about it when you're watching your favorite YouTubers. You're not just learning English. You're absorbing the language naturally, just like a child learns their first language. You're picking up real expressions, natural pronunciation, and authentic vocabulary without even realizing it. It's like having a private tutor who's available 24/7 and speaks exactly the kind of English you want to learn. Let me simplify that. YouTube helps you learn English in a natural way, When you watch videos, you learn how real people speak English in real situations. You don't need to memorize rules you learn by listening and watching, just like you learned your first language. New expressions. Picking up means learning or acquiring something naturally. Absorbing means taking in information or knowledge. 24/7 means all the time, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Here's a question for you. What kind of English content do you currently watch on YouTube? Take a moment to pause and try to describe your YouTube watching habits in English. You might answer something like, I usually watch gaming channels in English, or I love watching cooking videos and travel vlogs in English. I find them interesting and helpful for learning new vocabulary. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of how to make YouTube work for your English learning journey. First tip, don't just passively watch videos, become an active learner. What do I mean by that? Well, imagine you're watching your favorite YouTuber, and they use a phrase you've never heard before. Instead of just continuing to watch, pause the video, write down the phrase, and try to use it in your own sentence. It's like being a language detective. Every new expression is a clue to becoming more fluent. Let me explain that more simply. To learn better, don't just watch videos without doing anything. When you hear something new, stop the video, write it down, and practice using it. This helps you remember new words and phrases better. New expressions. Nitty-gritty means the most important basic details. Passively means without active participation. Being a detective means investigating or searching for information. Question time. What do you usually do when you hear a new word or phrase in a YouTube video? Pause now and try to explain your learning strategy. A possible answer could be, when I hear a new word or phrase, I usually replay that part of the video several times. Sometimes I write it down in my notebook and look up its meaning. Here's another cool trick that most people don't know about. Use the subtitles strategically. Start with English subtitles on. Then challenge yourself by turning them off for short periods. It's like learning to ride a bike first with training wheels, then gradually taking them off. But here's the twist. Don't just read the subtitles mindlessly. Try to focus on the sound first, then use the subtitles to confirm what you heard. This way, you're training your ear while having a safety net. Simpler explanation. Subtitles can help you learn, but use them wisely. First, watch with subtitles to understand everything. Then, try watching without them sometimes. This helps you understand spoken English better. New expressions. Safety net means something that provides protection against failure. Mindlessly means without thinking or paying attention. Twist means an unexpected change or detail. Here is your question. How do you currently use subtitles when watching YouTube videos? Take a moment to think about it and form your answer. You might answer like this. I usually watch videos with English subtitles because they help me understand better. Sometimes I try watching without subtitles to challenge myself. Let's talk about something really exciting. Creating your own personalized learning pathway using YouTube channels. Think of it as creating your own English learning menu. Just like you wouldn't eat the same food every day, you shouldn't stick to just one type of content. Mix it up. Watch some educational content, then switch to entertainment, throw in some news channels, and maybe add a dash of comedy. It's like creating a language learning smoothie. The more varied the ingredients, the better the results. Simple explanation. It's good to watch different types of YouTube videos in English. Don't just watch one kind of video. Watch videos about different topics and in different styles. This helps you learn different types of English. New expressions. Mix it up means to add variety. Throw in means to add something. A dash of means a small amount of something. Question for you. What different types of English YouTube channels do you think would be most helpful for your learning? Pause and think about your answer. A possible answer: I think watching news channels would help me with formal English, while entertainment channels would teach me casual expressions. I'd also like to watch some educational channels to learn specific vocabulary. Now, here's a game-changing strategy that I love to share with my students: the shadow and share technique. Here's how it works. Find a short clip from your favorite YouTuber, around 30 seconds, play it on repeat, and try to copy exactly how they speak, their pronunciation, their rhythm, even their gestures if you're feeling dramatic. Then, record yourself and share it with a friend or language exchange partner. It might feel silly at first, but trust me, it's like having a personal pronunciation coach without paying a penny. Let me explain that more simply. One good way to improve your English is to copy how YouTubers speak. Choose a short video part you like, watch it many times, and try to speak exactly like them. Then record yourself and show it to someone else. New expressions. Game-changing means something that makes a big difference. On repeat means playing something over and over. Feeling dramatic means wanting to express emotions in a big way. Here's your question. Would you feel comfortable trying the shadow and share technique? Why or why not? Take a moment to think about your answer. You might answer like this: I think it would be helpful, but I might feel a bit shy about recording myself. However, I understand that it's a good way to improve my pronunciation. Let's talk about something that often gets overlooked: using YouTube's community features to practice your English. The comment section isn't just for leaving likes and emoji reactions. It's a goldmine for language practice. Try to engage in discussions, share your thoughts, and respond to other comments. It's like having a worldwide English conversation club right at your fingertips. And hey, don't worry about making mistakes. The YouTube community is generally very supportive of language learners. Simple explanation. Don't just watch videos, write comments too. Reading and writing comments helps you practice English. You can talk with other people who watch the same videos. Most people are friendly and will help you learn. New expressions. Gold mine means a rich source of something valuable. At your fingertips means easily available or accessible. Overlooked means not noticed or considered. Time for a question. Have you ever left a comment in English on a YouTube video? If yes, how was the experience? If no, what stops you? Pause and prepare your answer. A possible answer could be, I've left a few comments in English, and it was scary at first, but people were nice and sometimes even replied to me. It helped me feel more confident about writing in English. Now, let's dive into something really fun using YouTube's auto-generated transcripts as a learning tool. I know, sometimes they're hilariously incorrect, but that's part of the fun. Try reading along with the transcript while watching, and when you spot a mistake, try to figure out what the creator actually said. It's like playing a detective game while improving your listening skills. Simpler explanation. YouTube can show you the words being said in a video, called a transcript. Sometimes these words have mistakes. Try to find these mistakes and guess what the person really said. This helps you understand spoken English better. New expressions. Auto-generated means created automatically by a computer. Hilariously means very funny. Spot a mistake means to notice an error. Question time. Have you ever used YouTube's transcript feature? What did you think about it? Take a moment to form your answer. Here's how you might answer. I've tried using the transcript feature a few times. It's helpful for understanding fast speakers, but sometimes the automatic transcription makes funny mistakes. Let's wrap up with something really important, creating a consistent learning routine with YouTube. It's not about watching videos for hours every day. It's about being smart with your time. Even 15 minutes of active learning can be more valuable than hours of passive watching. Try setting specific goals for each viewing session. Maybe today you'll focus on catching phrasal verbs, tomorrow on understanding fast speech, and the next day on picking up natural expressions. It's like going to the gym. Consistency and focused practice are key. Simple explanation. To learn well, watch YouTube regularly, but with a plan. Don't just watch for a long time without thinking. Instead, watch for a short time but with clear goals. Decide what you want to learn each time you watch. New expressions. Wrap up means to finish or conclude. Catching, phrasal verbs, means identifying or noticing them. Picking up means learning or understanding naturally. Final question for today. How will you organize your YouTube learning routine after hearing these tips? Take a moment to think about your answer. A possible answer might be, I plan to watch 20 minutes of English YouTube videos every day. I'll focus on different aspects each day and take notes of new expressions I learn. And there you have it, my friends. We've covered so many awesome techniques for using YouTube to improve your English. Remember, language learning is a journey, not a race. Some days will be better than others, and that's totally okay. The most important thing is to keep it fun and enjoyable. When you're having fun, you're learning better. I'd love to hear how these techniques work for you, so don't forget to leave a comment below sharing your experiences and any questions you might have. And hey, if you enjoyed this content and found it helpful, you know what to do. Smash that like button and subscribe to stay updated with more English learning tips and tricks. We've reached the end of today's episode, and wow, what a fantastic journey it's been. I really hope you've enjoyed discovering all these amazing ways to transform your YouTube watching into powerful English learning. Remember, every like, share, and subscription helps our Tales for Talking community grow bigger and stronger. And you know what that means: more people learning English together, supporting each other, and having fun while doing it. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please hit that subscribe button. It's absolutely free, and it ensures you won't miss any future episodes full of fun stories and useful English tips. And hey, why not share this video with a friend who's also learning English? After all, learning is always better when we do it together. Don't forget to leave a comment below, sharing your own YouTube learning experiences, or any questions you might have. I love hearing from you guys, and your comments help me create content that's even more useful for you. Until next time, keep watching, keep practicing, and most importantly, keep enjoying your English journey. This is your friend signing off. Catch you in the next episode.